What's up guys, Chartsmith here, back again with a new video. Yesterday I didn't make a video because I did two live streams. I live streamed the London session and the New York session. We also went over some stocks in crypto, crude oil, gold. So if you're interested on what those charts look like, make sure to watch back those streams and get the value out of there. For now we're gonna only get into the Nasdaq. And on the live stream, probably when New York opens or just before New York opens, we're gonna talk about a lot more than a Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, new all-time highs yesterday, exactly at a psychological level of 24,800. The last time we stopped at the psychological level of 600. Then after that, we had the reaction from the 650 level when we broke the all-time high. And right now it is from the 800 level. It looked like we needed more liquidity from the lows. We started a move down when we put in a really nice swing high right here, where you can trade towards the downside. We also have a lot of value gaps left open here. As you can see, a bullish one right here, which we inversed, a bearish one right here, which we inversed, and we still have this bullish. So a lot of fair value gaps overlapping each other right there, which can be a great place for the market to tap into to continue the up move we have. So that is the picture on the 4 hour. This is a really interesting place to look for continuation longs. But does the market need to go here? No, of course not. Because as we all can see, let me get rid of this one. We started coming up yesterday. And we made this 1 hour bullish fair value gap. And since the beginning of yesterday, we have been holding this fair value gap until now. We closed 2 times in it at a pixel perfect perfection. So that is an indication that this can be enough. We also put in, even though this is a no wick candle, a pretty nice swing low right here that can bring us to some highs locally. Of course, if the market hasn't fueled up enough to continue the up move, it can reject, come down, take out some liquidity that has still been built up right here, and tap into this 4 hour zone to continue the move. But right now we are holding this 1 hour fair value gap and it looks really strong. As we can see, we had a lot of SMTs on the highs, also a reason why we rejected this 800 level, also a really nice swing high as I pointed out. So as a reaction from that, we started coming down and taking liquidity from the lows. A lot of technical targets from these SMTs have been hit, although this SMT can still mean we need to go towards this low, and when we come to this low, it can also be interesting to tap in those 4 hour fair value gaps I pointed out. Is this a must? Of course not. So let's get rid of them, because they already originated a pretty good down move. In this down move, as you can see, a lot of trend liquidity has been building up, which is interesting for the market to take out. But because there's a lot of trend liquidity being built up, it is also a high resistance point for the market, that if we haven't filled up enough positions on the lows right here by taking out all these lows at to the left, then we can still reject, come down, take out more liquidity, and continue your up move. So this is going to be an important high to gain, because if we're going to gain this high, it can be that we can start taking out this trend liquidity to the left. This is also a pretty nice bottom we put in on the Nasdaq, which could be the beginning of a nice accumulation model we like to trade on crypto, stocks and gold and whatever. It also works on the Nasdaq, of course, because if there's no liquidity to the left, as we have over here, there's just one liquidity point right here. But if there's no liquidity to the left, the market has to create its own liquidity. Right here they're taking liquidity from the lows, and right here they're taking liquidity from the lows. So this can be the beginning of a new up move. You can also see we already have broken structure towards the upside. held that structure. From there, we are pumping up and probably in a market maker buy model towards the technical target of the range high right here. Also at a nice psychological level of 750. So let's see what happens over there. But for now, I will be looking for longs to target those highs to the left. If we can't trade above this high, for whatever reason, and we come back down, I'm gonna look locally for shorts, of course, if we get confirmations. And if we don't, this 1 hour for value gap, if we're gonna inverse this 1 hour for value gap, it is gonna be the array I will use to short towards my POI zone of those 4 hour for value gaps at the bottom. So right now, we want to look for longs or for local short confirmations when we can take out those highs to the left to target more liquidity on the lows before we can continue our up move. So pretty short but clear plan on the Nasdaq for today. If you want to be updated throughout the day, make sure to join the free Discord community in the description, and I will love to talk about the market with you there. And for now, then this will be it, and I will hope to see you in the live stream of today as well. Ciao!